As the week of July 27 through July 31 continues to unfold, we are getting some massive spoiler drops regarding the Dupree family. The spoilers reveal that a major Dupree family summit is on the horizon, with the legendary matriarch herself, Anita Dupree, calling all the family members together. Now, whenever a soap opera matriarch summons the entire bloodline into one room, you know we are in for a spectacular roller coaster of emotions, hidden agendas, and explosive confrontation. But what exactly is the true purpose of this massive gathering? Let's be real for a second. Nothing in Fairmont Estates is ever just a simple family dinner. First, we need to address the incredibly toxic elephant in the room, the escalating war between Chelsea Hamilton and Catherine "Cat" Richardson. A significant portion of this family summit is undoubtedly going to center around the bitter feud that has erupted between these two cousins. If you have been watching closely, you know that Chelsea Hamilton recently crossed a massive line by exploiting Eva Thomas and her transplant survival story for a highly publicized live stream. Chelsea Hamilton framed this as a way to spread awareness, but let's call a spade here. I think this move was a huge mistake and incredibly selfish. Chelsea Hamilton is a clout chaser. She only cares about her brand, her social media metrics, and her own ego. Catherine "Cat" Richardson, on the other hand, has every right to be absolutely furious. Cat went through the agonizing, life-altering trauma of a transplant. That is her real life, her real pain, and her real survival story. Watching Chelsea Hamilton bypass her own cousin to bond with Eva Thomas, just because Eva is the shiny new face in town, is heartbreaking. Cat feels entirely replaced and marginalized within her own family circle. I am fiercely on Cat's side in this debate. Cat recently rejected a marriage proposal from Thomas. She is feeling vulnerable, and now her own cousin is using someone else's medical trauma for likes and subscriptions. That is crazy. It is textbook narcissistic behavior from Chelsea Hamilton, and the psychological damage she is inflicting on Catherine "Cat" Richardson is profound. Enter Naomi Hawthorne. The spoilers indicate that ahead of this massive Dupree gathering, Naomi Hawthorne is going to try to play the peacemaker between the two warring girls. Naomi Hawthorne is desperately trying to bridge the gap and force Chelsea Hamilton to see how deeply she has wounded Catherine "Cat" Richardson. But here is the kicker. Naomi Hawthorne is the absolute last person who should be playing family therapist right now. Can you believe the immense pressure Naomi Hawthorne is under? She just received a devastating positive result for the BRCA gene. She is facing the terrifying prospect of a double mastectomy and the removal of her ovary. She is carrying this heavy, life-altering medical burden, and to make matters worse, her partner Jacob Hawthorne is being hesitant and unsupportive about her preventative surgery choices. Naomi Hawthorne is drowning in her own secret trauma, yet she is still trying to hold her fractured family together. It is a classic soap opera trope, the long-suffering sibling who ignores their own crisis to fix everyone else's petty drama. I honestly want to reach through the screen and give Naomi Hawthorne a hug, while simultaneously shaking Jacob Hawthorne to wake up and support his. Unsurprisingly, Naomi Hawthorne's attempts to broker peace between Chelsea Hamilton and Catherine "Cat" Richardson are likely going to fail miserably. Chelsea is too stubborn, and Cat is too hurt. When Naomi hits a brick wall with these two, she is going to do what any overwhelmed Dupree woman does. She is going to turn to grands. That's right, Naomi Hawthorne is going to seek out Anita Dupree for help in fixing this generational divide. This brings us to the core of the upcoming family summit. Anita Dupree is stepping in, not just as a grandmother, but as the undisputed queen of Fairmont Estates. Anita Dupree has just survived her own harrowing battle with cancer. She went through the grueling radiation, faced her own mortality, and came out the other side victorious. We just saw her give a deeply emotional and significant gift to Laura Peterson, the assistant who pushed her to get the physical that ultimately saved her life. Anita Dupree is currently operating from a place of profound gratitude, clarity, and zero tolerance for foolishness. A lot of fans think Anita Dupree is calling this meeting strictly to read Chelsea Hamilton the Riot Act, but I actually think something much more poignant is happening. The spoilers tease that the Dupree crew will actually be celebrating at a bash. It looks like Anita Dupree wants to throw a beautiful, joyous party to create lasting memories with her loved ones now that she is officially cancer-free. After staring death in the face, Anita Dupree wants to look around a room and see her family united, happy, and thriving. She wants to celebrate life. It is going to be a highly emotional, tear-jerking event. Tamara Tunie is going to act the house down in these scenes, and we should all have our tissues ready. But wait, this is Beyond the Gates, and we know that no party goes off without a hitch. While Anita Dupree's primary goal is to celebrate her health and force Chelsea Hamilton and Catherine "Cat" Richardson to bury the hatchet, there is a massive, dark undercurrent swirling beneath this family summit. We have to look at the broader historical context of the show. Think back to 5 years ago when the Richardson family threw a similar celebratory gala, only for it to become the staging ground for a hostile corporate takeover. Soap families use parties as cover for warfare. While Anita Dupree is pouring champagne and celebrating life, the Dupree cousins Naomi Hawthorne, Catherine "Cat" Richardson, Chelsea Hamilton, and possibly even Martin Richardson are secretly using this gathering as a war room. We know from recent promo leaks that the cousins are hosting a summit to compare the glaring inconsistencies surrounding Hayley Hamilton. That's right. The younger generation of Duprees is finally waking up to the fact that Hayley Hamilton is a dangerous, manipulative sociopath. Let's connect the dots here. Bill Hamilton is currently suffering from severe tremors and slurred speech. He stubbornly checked himself out of the hospital against medical advice, completely ignoring Vernon Dupree's wise counsel. What Bill Hamilton doesn't know, but what we, the audience, know, is that his wife, Hayley Hamilton, is actively and maliciously poisoning him with toxins, aided by the deeply compromised Randy Parker. Hayley Hamilton is trying to murder Bill Hamilton to secure his massive estate. The brilliance of this upcoming Dupree summit is the duality of the event. On the main floor, you have Anita Dupree wearing a gorgeous gown, celebrating her triumph over cancer, and trying to force Chelsea Hamilton to apologize to Catherine "Cat" Richardson. But in the back rooms, in the hushed corners of the country club, Naomi Hawthorne, Cat, and Chelsea are going to be comparing notes. They are going to realize that Hayley Hamilton's timeline doesn't make sense. They are going to realize that Hayley was getting a facial while Bill Hamilton was suffering in a hospital bed. They are going to start piecing together the mystery of the missing Lynette Wise and how Hayley Hamilton is connected. I absolutely love this dynamic. It forces Chelsea Hamilton and Catherine "Cat" Richardson to put aside their petty social media feud to focus on a real, tangible threat to their family's legacy. Nothing brings warring cousins together quite like a mutual hatred for a wicked stepmother figure who is trying to murder their patriarch. Hayley Hamilton has no idea what is coming for her. She thinks she is the smartest person in Fairmont Estates, but she is about to face the combined wrath of the Dupree cousins, and I am here for every single second of her downfall. The psychological warfare at this party is going to be off the charts. Imagine the tension as Danny Dupree navigates this room. Danny Dupree is currently harboring the massive secret that she hooked up with Bill Hamilton in an elevator during a tornado. She is also being stalked by anonymous gifts that are rattling her husband, Andre Richardson. If Danny Dupree attends this celebratory bash for her mother, Anita Dupree, she is going to be a nervous wreck, terrified that Hayley Hamilton or Bill Hamilton might expose her secret in front of the entire family. So, as we look ahead to the week of July 27, prepare for a masterclass in soap opera storytelling. We are getting the emotional catharsis of Anita Dupree's cancer survival, the bitter sibling rivalry of Chelsea Hamilton and Catherine "Cat" Richardson, the tragic burden of Naomi Hawthorne, and the thrilling inception of the plot to take down Hayley Hamilton. What do you guys think? Will Anita Dupree's beautiful celebration successfully heal the rift between Chelsea and Cat, or will the cousins' secret investigation into Hayley Hamilton cause the entire party to explode into absolute chaos? Let me know your wildest theories down in the comments below. And if you love diving deep into the drama of Fairmont Estates, make sure you smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update from CBS Beyond the Gates spoilers. See you in the next one.